I'll just turn the recording on here. Last time you all followed a certain gentleman, a painter by the name of Francis Amberville, out into the swamp. Out into the Great Salt Marsh beyond the Mist Gates. Or the... Shit, I did it again. The Marsh Gates. Into the... It's just like it's almost like a depression, and a pond had formed of all the standing water, and there's like a bone white willow tree that overhangs this pond that's formed. That's basically green with algae at the top. It's almost like that layer of pond scum. And you followed this man, this painter. Showed you a couple of his paintings. In the Red Oliphant with Maynard Colville. He showed you a couple of his paintings. Clearly, he's a gifted artist, watercolorist. I have a picture for you this week, which I didn't have prior. Just give me a second and I'll bring it up.
Oh, yeah, we had a surprise ending last time, didn't we?
Yes, we did. So this is a gentleman here. Is Francis Amberville. Gifted painter. Introduced to you by Maynard Colville. Spoke to you about a spot outside of the city in the swamp that he felt was evil, but he felt compelled to paint it. And him and, you don't know, some sort of aspect of Myra Lombroso. She didn't seem to recognize you guys, although clearly you guys had killed her in the real world. Her and Francis went out to the swamp, and Arthur followed, and Bukai followed Arthur, and everybody else kind of leapt over the wall, whether it was flying or climbing or whatever. You had plenty of time to do it. And then kind of caught up just as you came to that uncomfortable point where you're spying on people and they don't know you're watching, and then they start to get like sexual with each other. And you're like, I don't know if it just doesn't feel right. And then just all of a sudden, Francis kind of clenched her tightly in like an awkward embrace and kind of dragged her into the pond and forced her head under the water. Unexpected.
So we have the opportunity to save her or not save her? Is that where we are?
That is where we are. Let me bring up the map.
Oh, we're there.
Got it up?
So I can just sit there and eat popcorn and watch this, or?
Absolutely.
We didn't like her last time, I don't think.
Well, you guys killed her, so she was trying to awaken the god Mog-Lathar, which was you're not really sure what Mog-Lathar was, but it definitely was an entity, and it definitely was otherworldly, and was probably dangerous if it had come to fruition, whatever she was trying to do. And she was the lover of Caligaro.
Okay, so we killed her once.
Killed her once beneath Caligaro's house in those tunnels that went under the city, out underneath the swamp, presumably, or the wall, at least. They were kind of dripping water, and the spider was hanging from the chains, and it was like a statue. They were doing a big ritual, trying to awaken it, and it had started to awaken when you guys killed her and destroyed the statue.
Okay.
That was the finale of the Caligaro House until you guys crossed over into the Dream Realm to confront the Nightmare Lord himself. So this is an aspect of her. She didn't seem to recognize you guys at all. Other than she looked perturbed that you were delaying her rendezvous with Francis.
All right. I'm going to sit back and eat popcorn unless somebody else wants to do something.
Did you get a chance to watch last 2 weeks ago's the episode, Ray?
I did, yeah.
Was it weird?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's okay. I would have gotten more out of it playing, of course, but I just basically was looking for things that I might need to know for today.
Okay.
And I may not retain every bit of info, but I got the gist of it.
All right.
Asami was confused a lot. I knew that.
Yeah, it's like she was actually physically confused a couple times.
Yeah, and Skjor fell asleep. I saw that.
Yeah, there was a replay of the Langston encounter in the alley, which is oddly enough basically where you guys had been chased back to by the Yeth hounds. Handled that, had a night's rest, and then this was the next.
I was looking at all the stuff had been reset, so I was about to ask if she actually spent any resources or if we're clear.
They're all clear. Everybody, if you had more than enough time to put any spells on that you wanted to put on. The whole trip from the Red Oliphant to this, described by Clark Ashton Smith as a sedgy meadow, is probably about 35 minutes. Walk through the town, meandering way through the swamp. Yet still within the dream world bubble. Kind of near the northeastern perimeter, but still a good distance away. You don't have to worry about the bubble closing on itself at any point in time. Okay, so cut to the action. Everybody's caught up to Arthur. Arthur's kind of standing there agape as he sees Amberville force Lombroso's head under the water.
What's with the tree? Do we notice that?
Oh yeah, you definitely notice the tree. The tree is a willow tree. It doesn't have any foliage on it, and it is bone white. You guys can give me perceptions if you want. If you want to check out the tree specifically, well.
Yeah, Arthur's not really keen on stopping this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 33 for Asami. Yeah, Asami notices that the tree is at the very edge of this pond, and that the tree itself is kind of leaned back from the pond as though it was at one point trying to get away from the pond. And the bottom of the willow tree is wide. It's probably about, like the actual trunk itself is about 7 or 8 feet wide. And you get a decent idea that the water from the pond kind of flowed into a vacant space at the bottom of the willow tree. You haven't seen any movement of the tree, and it is it's almost like it was a willow tree made of bone, which is highly bizarre. It's got that same kind of coloration, but there's bits of moss that cling to it, and it's kind of like a dampy gray mist that's enveloped the whole scene. What's up, monkey?
Is it typical of normal willow trees?
No, very atypical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured that, but we're seeing if Asami realizes that in the moment.
Willow trees are cool. My neighbor's backyard has one. Like, just very neat tree.
Well, Zed's happy to just let this go on, but Kai's kind of curious. She's going to go forward and going, "What you doing, buddy?"
He looks back.
Don't ruin a man's ritual.
Oh, let me, I hate that. The token lock. I hate the token lock. There we go. So as Bakai moves forward, Amberville looks back over his shoulder and he falls asleep. So he now has this woman in an embrace and he kind of like slumps down into the water and his head starts to go down towards the surface. What are you after, Cito?
I'm going to look at the tree.
Let's see here. Yep, let's give Bakai a perception.
I doesn't care. She's looking at the couple in the.
Oh, Zed's looking at the tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's the toughest, biggest perception she's ever glanced at. But Zed's looking at the tree. Kai's like, what are they doing? So, and Zed's looking off over there.
Okay. So Bakai notices that the mist in this area of the pond seems thicker.
But he's falling asleep. Is she doing anything?
A hand came up and her head came up for an instant and she gasped for breath and then she fell asleep. While this man's kind of like holding on to her and they're sinking back down into the swamp.
Both in the mist?
They're both in the mist.
Ah. He says, oh, looks like sleeping gas.
And his pack, his little carpet bag rucksack of art supplies is like right here.
She looks back at the other people. Shrugs her shoulders. You want me to grab him or not?
Well, he's not going to use them.
I meant the people.
If you want.
So as that happens, some of the mist surrounding them, the fog, if you will, begins to turn a light shade of pink.
Like it's feeding off them?
Possibly.
Can she move forward so she's not in the fog and grab one of them?
She might put herself in the fog, like she just reach in with her arm.
Let me see if I got anything.
Anything longer than you carrying a rake?
She looks over at Luna. Hey, you have that long stick, don't you?
Yes.
The one you poke people with?
I do. It's got a big hook on it, too. So let's see what's going on here.
She looks inside the bag for wine.
Okay, looking inside the bag for wine, you definitely see a bottle of wine.
Well, Bakai is. She's looking at Luna to go grab the bodies with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Luna got up to where that's all she can do this round. Okay. Inside the bag, there are a whole bunch of brushes in a bundle tied up with a couple strings. There is a bunch of different, I don't know what they are, like pigments that you add water to make watercolors. Almost like little chunks of pastel. There's an easel folded up. There is, it looks like a blank canvas, and there's another canvas, or there's two other canvases because there's two other paintings that are kind of, there's two paintings that are off the canvas that are rolled up, and there's one actually kind of, what is it? It's got the four pieces of wood that hold it together and give it structure. And then you You see writing on the back of the clean piece. So let's go to initiative now. Francis and Myra, both their heads are above the water, so they don't look like they're in danger of drowning, unless, Myra's still got a lung full of water. But they both look like they're asleep, and they both look like at some point they might dip back below the water if they can't wake up. Who's first to go? Okay, so we have... So let me put helpless on female cult leader and Francis Amberville as okay. The mist just in this area here specifically. The mist goes from like a really pale, almost like salmon pink, to a slightly darker shade of red. And
Right.
that's
Luna's up first.
okay. So Luna reaches out and she says, "Which one?" to Bakai. She hasn't really been paying attention to this whole thing since everyone started talking back in the tavern. She's not really sure who's the bad guy and who's not.
Guy shrugs her shoulders. Yeah. Grab one.
All right. So he's closer. So she tries to... Let's just call it a... All right. And she drags him back 5 feet. So he gets closer to the shore. And he's still holding on to Myra. Kind of in a clench. They're only in waist deep water. And you can see, let's give Luna a perception check. See what she notices about this weird scene. Nope. Okay. Arthur.
So the mist looks like it's actively draining Myra.
Mm-hmm.
Not Myra. Myra.
Yeah, and you remember that Francis was convinced that this whole meadow had the air of a vampire up to it. He had mentioned the word vampire several times in his speech.
Yeah, Arthur definitely will, at the very least, approach so we can get a better view of this creature.
Okay. Give me a perception if you're perceiving.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good. You can see that Myra Lombroso, her neck on her right side, now that it's out of the water, is dribbling blood down it.
Arthur would love to see the aftermath of this. Wants to be able to determine a few things. I imagine he spent his action primarily looking over there. He's not going to do much, just more observing at this point.
Okay. Score.
He's just going to move up and investigate.
Okay. Anything specific he's watching for?
if they pop back to being active, just be ready.
Okay.
He's alert. Yeah, he
So his
he
attention's
thinks this is dangerous. Yeah, he has his eye on the tree, but he's also like wanting to pay attention. I know that they were experiencing some problems. Actually, I don't think he wants to go that far ahead. I think he'll stay here.
okay.
And maybe he walks up and says, "No, no, thanks," and comes back to here and sort of keeps an eye on the situation.
Okay.
If somebody needs his help, they'll just say so. Otherwise, we got this under control.
Alrighty. Bakai.
Well, can you draw where the cloud is again?
Yep. It's now right there. Actually, it's right there. There, out of the cloud, but the cloud still remains misty. And then there's like a deeper
Of course,
mist.
emanating from the tree. All right, she's gonna go in and grab them both, and with her 23 strength, try and pull them back a bit.
Okay. Yep, you can pull them back.
All right. Okay. Oops, that's her.
All right.
Wait, the bone tree has an initiative?
What's going on here?
My life is upside down.
So you're not shocked to see that the bone tree moves. Oh, that's the wrong thing. The one thing I did like about Roll20 is you could put an aura on something. It's kind of neat. And everyone can give me a perception check after the tree moves.
Nah.
Skjor notices that the V at the bottom of the willow tree, the opening, was over top of what appeared to be a depression in the ground that water has flowed into. And there's kind of like scummy surface over it that makes it difficult to tell from the actual turf. But there's definitely, it's a hollow beneath the hollow in the tree.
So the root one would expect from the tree are not what this tree is presenting.
No.
It's, yeah, that tree not normal.
Zed.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go over there and keep an eye on things.
Okay.
Click.
Asami.
Yeah, the map moved when it was Sami's turn. 1 sec.
Oh, you got it set to set to center on Asami.
How do I do that? How do I do that?
So you go to options.
Yeah, I hate that.
Options, and then you're going to go per user settings, I think. Nope.
Oh, turn, center, and or token. Okay, so
Combat.
off.
It is
I
set
think
to
it's
center.
Yeah, turn, combat. Let's see here. Or maybe it's token. It's got to be token then.
yeah, I think it's token center. We'll find out. when it rolls. I just changed mine.
Okay, I can't see it.
Okay, well, it's just took a minute or a second to adjust the map. 10. Just gonna move forward. That's movement. I don't really know what's going on with this tree. It is red, so instead of green, that's not good. Um, I think she's gonna hide in the bushes where she's at. Where are
Okay.
you? Trying to get to the stealth check here. There we go. Not good, but that's it.
All right. All right, so the mist seems to follow Myra, and she doesn't wake. Her head kind of lolls over to the side, and you can definitely see that she's bleeding from the neck. Arthur.
Can Arthur attempt to like identify this mist in any sense?
Sure. What, here. Let me see which one it is.
Yeah, based on what it's doing. Because Arthur has a very keen interest at the moment.
Let's see here. Skills, knowledge. Dungeoneering, Arthur.
Arthur does not have dungeoneering, unfortunately. So he can't really identify anything about it. I imagine the tree is also similar.
Nature for the tree. Religion as well is applicable here.
Oh, religion works. All right. He does have fewer ranks than that. Pretty bad.
Yeah, you've not heard of this. Like, you've seen vampires in mist form before. You didn't know that they could do this. Like you
That is
saw,
what this is. Yeah.
you saw Maria turn into mist several times, and she never did anything like this. You're trying to think. Amberville's story. Always, every time he came here, he seemed to sense some sort of intangible figure out of the corner of his eye that he couldn't quite place.
Regardless of what it is, it still does interest Arthur. Well, that tree could definitely be dangerous, though. It only moves like 10 feet.
Yeah, it only moved 10 feet this time. And the misty kind of surrounding of it, I guess for a better word, the misty kind of cloud that seems to be a little thicker around it than anywhere else, seemed to only go over Francis and Myra. and where this this kind of redder mist is located.
Yeah, Arthur would like to see the end result of this. What exactly happens to the corpses once they're exsanguinated? Whether they do rise or not, or if they're simply dead. Since it seems that the mist will not reach him pretty soon, and the tree appears to move quite slowly, he will stay where he is for now. He's going to assume his party members aren't going to get eaten by the mist. If they do, that's on them.
Okay. Secure.
He's not sure what to do. Do y'all need help moving the bodies?
The bodies are out of the water now. They're kind of laying on the side of the pond. It's it's kind of like really damp, muddy earth. Kind of makes any movement sort of difficult, but you're not in any danger of like sinking down like 3-4 feet or anything crazy like that. It's just kind of slippery, mossy, swampy.
What is the 5-foot square?
A 5-foot square is Francis Amberville's like we'll call it a carpet bag, but basically, yeah, this is art supplies.
Okay.
Basically rolled up in like almost like yeah, I guess a carpet bag from the old hobo days. You know, you have everything kind of wrapped up and you slung it over your shoulder with a rope and tied it around the other end.
He's just going to be prepared. I mean, you start alert and ready for something bad to happen. He's just spidey sense are going off, but he's not seeing the immediate signs of danger.
Yeah, but beyond that tree moving closer, I mean, the tree looks dangerous in and of itself.
Trees don't normally walk, so that's of concern, according to your world. Yeah.
Well, he saw the tree in the Gallow Fields was very dangerous once it got close.
Yeah, and it walked, and it ended up being a combatant. So yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll have his axe ready and just kind of like be on alert for when the bad shit hits the fan.
Okay. Luna. Luna tries to separate Francis from Myra. So she's going to just do a strength check. That's good enough to do it. So she kind of pries his hands free, and she grabs him by the scruff of his shoulder or the scruff of his shirt and drags him back 5 feet. Although she's not sure why. Clearly he was trying to kill her, but she tried to kill her previous too, so maybe, I don't know. They seem to be amicable. Perhaps even lovers. So Luna doesn't really know how to react other than to save one and perhaps get a story.
How high is the mist?
It's like hovering above the ground. It's maybe head high. Head high from the water surface.
Kai's going to grab her and fly up.
Okay. Give us a strength check. She's probably weighs about 150 pounds.
Okay.
Total with her. She's got some wet armor on. That's good enough to do it. I think she's got some... Nope, she doesn't. Soaking wet, she's about 150 pounds, which is...
Well, Bakai's got a 23 strength.
Yeah, so Bakai's more than strong enough to lift her off the ground and fly up. Half of her movement?
Yeah, so I put her at 15 up.
Okay, cool.
And she looks at the tree.
All right. And the tree. 5, 10. Now, fully exposed. The hole in the earth. Oh, and the bigger, like the misty cloud kind of washes over Bakai. Let's get a...
Well, you said that it was a mist that was on the ground. That's why I asked how high it was.
I thought you were talking about the red mist.
Oh, How high is this other mist?
The other mist probably, it's a 30-foot diameter circle, so it goes probably up like 10, 15 feet. She can fly back out of it.
Yeah.
She
Part of what she's
wants to
trying
stay
do
out
is-
of the mist. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So feel free to like fly back up. Shit. Like that way.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. This willow tree is really slow moving, but now that you can see it, there's definitely a hole in the ground above where it was kind of stationed. And it looks like there is perhaps even the entrance to some kind of chamber below that sort of layer of algae or turf or whatever it is. The willow is definitely getting closer, though. Zed.
All right. Let's see here. Character. Just going to put up a wall of some sort, but I don't have it in this game. And a D.
A wall of bad thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I can see that thing's heading this way. So 5, 15, 5, 15. Move there and see if I can't find some way of leading better from here.
Okay. Asame.
And move forward, touch Score's axe with light. So
We can assume that all the weapons have what's the name of that spell? Arcane mark on them. So they're all technically enchanted, even if they don't have like a plus.
okay, Sami can't do arcane mark, so I guess Luna took care of that for us.
Yeah, we can assume that every new weapon you do at some point gets arcane marked. That way you don't have to waste an action doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then
And feel free to put magic on all your weapons as a descriptor.
Okay.
For damage type in the bones of the weapon, so it registers.
Yep.
But if you want like the specific light spell just for casting light, definitely go ahead.
Right. No, I wanted it to be magic in the event that may come up,
Gotcha.
which we have that handled. Bakai is more than 30 feet away from Score because she's in the air, or no?
No, she's within.
Okay. Then Asami will cast haste on Skewer, and everyone 30 feet around Skewer that's an ally will get the benefit of that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll work the clickies.
All right. Excellent. Let's see the movement on this thing.
Yeah, I think Arthur and Zed are outside 30 feet. No, 20 feet. Okay.
No, they're fine.
25 feet. Oh, I counted wrong because I thought diagonals got that extra. So anyway, that works. I'm going to use the numbers on the arrows.
Okay, the cloud of slightly darker red mist now flies over to the opening in the ground and kind of sinks down into the turf. Arthur.
Is Arthur hasted right now?
He sure is.
He should be.
In any such case, seeing the mist go down into that what appears to be a tunnel into a catacombs definitely has him interested. Puts a smile on his face. If he's hasted right now, he has quite a bit of movement speed, actually. Let's see, how do I want to get the thing where it actually tells me how far I'm going? Where is that?
Just an arrow? Like that?
Well, he's not going to go through the pond. He's going to go around as well, I was thinking. I guess I could just count him manually. Since the tree can still prove to be a problem, but he still wants to look It's a good idea to get around anyway. Arthur's going to get the move real quick. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 56, 50, 60, I believe that should be with
Yep.
diagonals. We'll take his action and move again, just so we can get like quite a bit around, and if nothing else, have a better angle at the willow if we start fighting it.
Okay.
40, 45, 50.
Okay, so from there, you see that the depression in the ground that you're seeing, it's not an entrance to like a passage or anything. It looks like a hollow dugout. I don't know, maybe like a smuggler stash or some kind of
Yeah, classic hiding place.
yeah, exactly. And it's about 3 or 4 feet deep, and you can tell that there's been sod pulled up in a layer above something, and there's definitely moisture below it, probably from the pond. This red mist is now almost fully sunk down into the sod and the water.
Hold on, Arthur doesn't have haste on himself. Let me actually activate it.
Okay.
I targeted him and clicked the button. I wonder why that didn't work.
That's
you know
okay.
what? Score doesn't have it either. What the fuck?
Nobody does, I don't think.
I targeted everyone and clicked the button, so
That's okay.
I don't know what I did wrong there.
No worries.
Effect.
Yeah. Well, that was move and that was action, so.
Yeah. Did it go on there now?
Just went on to, let's see, to get out everybody.
It's on Skewer.
It's on Skewer.
All right. Well, everyone is highlighted. That is weird.
Oh, well.
Target.
Oh, because, yeah, it was Score. It's got to be hard driving 2 trucks at once, yeah.
I don't know what I did that was any different, but it worked that time.
Okay, cool. There we go. And it is Skewer's turn.
All right, I'll erase my old haste then.
So, what's going on here? The cat's all over me tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. He's going to back up and kind of indicate for Simon to get behind him without telling her what to do. With axe at the ready.
Okay.
He's not exactly wanting to dive into the mist to do anything, but he thinks that fighting will happen.
So Luna is actively doing damage to Francis to wake him up. So I'm going to do some subdual damage to him, like a D3 plus D2 plus 3. So like 4 points of subdual damage. She wakes him up, and they move back a little faster to where Skewer is, and he's groggy. He doesn't know what's going on. He almost like doesn't recognize you guys. Bakai.
All right, Bakai. Well, she's hasted, so let's see. Oops. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll come over here. Actually, she'll keep going. She'll go here and drop her off.
Okay. Put her on the ground?
Yeah. Oops.
Or just drop her?
She'll drop her from 5 feet in the air. See if that wakes her up.
It would take 10.
All right, 10 feet. She'll drop her from 10 feet in the air.
Okay. Oh, she lands badly.
All right. She'll drop her. So let's see. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She dropped down 45, 50, 60. So that'll be it for her.
Okay. The willow tree. It was 5 feet this way, and then gonna pursue, and then let's see here. Kind of back a little bit to where it was. The carpet bag, you just actually, I think it's like right there. The carpet bag just outside of the layer of the mist. Zed.
All right. I'm going to go over there. Push her so her spine and head isn't at a, hanging angle. Is she still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive. She's not helpless anymore. I'll take that off. She's prone.
Conscious?
She's conscious, yeah.
Okay. He says, what were you doing?
Francis, where's Francis?
Where's Francis? He'll point over there. He's right there. He was the one trying to drown you.
She starts coughing. Almost like she just remembered. Asami.
She's moving. Where did the body drop? Oh, over here. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on this side of the bush. Okay.
All right.
I guess she's going to be extra perceptive with her remaining standard action.
Sure.
And not very much.
What is she
around? And there's a lake there.
Yeah. What is she looking at specifically, though?
Just the other dangers that are here. I mean, I think I know what the threat's going to be and how this is going to play out, but I don't think she would know that.
Okay.
So she's just kind of being alert and seeing if there's something else that's going to pop out at us.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah.
All right. Arthur, let's get a perception check from you. Another one. Okay, that's good enough.
Best rules.
You can now. You can kind of see the blood red mist. I have to move these so I can move my mini. There we go. The blood red mist comes up, and it's not blood red mist anymore. It's kind of like a spongy, amorphous kind of cloud. It's almost like now that you can see it as close as you are, it's almost like an invisible rubbery ooze that isn't quite. It's not made of slime. It's made of like air pockets.
Mm.
And said ooze tries to touch you. Okay. Do you have so let's see here. This do you have something that prevents bleed?
Anything that prevents bleed?
Yeah.
Band-aids?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I'm maybe thinking of another character then.
No, nothing specifically.
Okay, so you start to bleed out of your neck. This creature's kind of lingering around it, and it's starting to pull the blood towards it, like almost like a sponge soaking up the blood. And you can see it's moving so quickly, whatever blood it's taken from you, that it's kind of spreading out, and it almost looks like a mist.
Okay.
That was 6 points of just blood loss.
Now that I'm this close to it, am I able to identify any more about it?
Yeah, let's see here. It is you don't have dungeoneering, eh? You did have religion? No. Okay. What did you shoot for religion? I think it was like an 11 or something. Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was an 11. It's definitely some kind of flying ooze of some sort. That has vampire qualities.
Not what I'm looking for. A disappointment. Though potentially it could be useful for something. Now, can it speak languages is the real question. The safe assumption is probably no, actually. I guess we can find out. It didn't really hurt me that much. There's no point not trying to see if it can't understand some tongue. Arthur's going to take a step back and he's going to try to castigate this creature.
Okay.
They could speak his languages. If not, oh well.
All right.
Is it able to understand him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna hit it with some choice words, and it's going to feel really bad about itself.
Okay.
let's just say that for now.
Skewer.
He probably can't see with the line of sight around the mist that Arthur is dealing with this red misted creature.
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's not completely blocking your vision mist. It's just kind of a little thicker than normal.
Yeah. If nothing else, you probably heard the spell go off.
Yeah. He'll just angle himself here, putting himself between the threat and Asami.
Okay.
And paying attention to what this tree's doing. Okay. Yeah, that's really all. He has his axe in his hand, so he really can't do a ranged attack. So he can be perceptive, though. See, anything new to the conflict? New
Yes.
information.
You can see on the creature's turn, it's going to sink back down into that hole, and you see the blood's kind of seeping down into the ground. That kind of turfy covering of whatever it's covering the hole.
I don't think he would know what all that means. He just knows it's a threat, so it's staying over there, so he's happy.
Okay.
I mean, Arthur looks like he's handling himself just fine, so he'll pass.
All right. So Myra is down. Four points of con. So that is going to be hit point loss of 18. So that would be 62. Okay. She starts to remember, kind of cue into what's happening. And she begins casting a spell at Francis. Zed, you can make a knowledge arcana check. You're right there.
All right.
Okay.
Boom.
I
20.
don't think any of you guys used this spell at all, but you've come across it. It was she's trying to cast a paralyzing spell on Francis. Hold person.
Huh.
And
So
she's
hostile action then.
hostile action, and she's reaching at her hip for her spider leg sickle.
We can spellcraft that.
Yeah, you can definitely spellcraft that. Zombie is close enough to look. Yep, you can definitely see that she cast hold person on Francis, and it looks like Francis was able to resist the spell. Meaning he might have some more abilities than...
Does she think it was done as an attack or
Yeah.
in some... Okay.
She woke up in anger. She realized that her head was getting forced under the water. She wasn't sure what happened after that. And she knows that it was Francis that did it to her.
Do we suspect that... I know that he felt compelled to paint here. Do we think he might have done it under compulsion or under his own action?
It felt compelled. The way he told it, like the place is someplace like interesting to him, but he felt like he had to go back here.
What I meant was, did the attack on her, was that compelled, or do we know? Can she sense motive that, or is it not enough information to draw that conclusion?
I don't know if you'd have enough information on that one. It looked like they were. It looked like they were going to get pretty frisky, and then all of a sudden, he went serial killer.
Right. So either he planned to do that, or the compulsion took over. We don't know.
Yeah.
Got it.
Francis
I'll give it to my regular diamond so much. Don't we do that? Okay.
Francis begins laughing hysterically, and I guess he would have to try and disguise his actions here. So I'm going to call that casting defensively. Concentration check. What did I get here? 19, that's good enough. So he... His frantic laughter doesn't carry over to Luna, who now looks at him buddy, what the hell are you doing? And she says, to the tree, no, she doesn't. She is there any reason why we're not killing that tree? As she starts casting fireball.
Actually, Bakai was thinking of going after it.
Okay. And I think this is vulnerable to fire here. Didn't come up. 15, 16, 17, 27. No, it's not that. That's okay. So she steps 5 foot back from Amberville. Bakai.
All right. Bakai glances at her. And let's see here. Where's that measuring stick? Actually, you just draw it, don't you? Oh, no.
Yeah. Shape, it's like a line.
Pointers. There we go.
Pointers,
Draw
that's
arrow. So, oh, excellent. He is the proper distance away. But then she'd have to go into the fog. How high is the fog? You said 30 feet?
Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius. So 30
Screw
foot.
it. She's
30 foot.
going to try it.
Okay.
Leroy Mackay.
Let me just see how long it lasts. It might not last as long as I'm implying that it's lasting here. These are spores from the tree. Doesn't say that it has any limit on how it can do it, so I'm going to say it's going to keep up its circle of spores around it. Oh, Bakai. She just huffs them in like she's huffing gas behind a quickie mart.
She is used to spores, mushrooms, and good smokes.
That's right.
So she comes at it and says, well, she doesn't say anything. She just whacks it.
Has a hit.
Does a wee bit of damage. Crunch.
She sure does, and it bites into the willow tree.
Yeah.
All right. So the willow tree. So now Bakai is immune to those spores for 24 hours, which is handy. It's branches
disappointed, but okay.
branches start flailing around. 4 of them. One that strikes her. And the tree moves 5 feet back towards Arthur and the hole that it is protecting. Zed.
All right. Well, these two are having a lover stiff. That's up to them. I don't care. I'll head forward. And what is the range? Summer acid splash. 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. We're level.
Yeah, you're
what
well
level?
within range.
Okay.
You're level 9
So-
now, so yeah. It's another.
Gonna splash it. Acid splash. Here we go. Cast.
Cherchez le splash.
Shoop. And damage. Le damage.
Le dommage est beaucoup.
Très bien.
Asami.
She's going to see that we're engaging in combat now. Give everybody a morale boost through inspiration. Here it is. So target, and we still have message on everybody. That's like standard action for us. So
Mhm.
everyone's targeted. And if you're within 30 feet of Sami, you get no, never mind. We're not 10 yet, so that doesn't happen. That's it. You get the bonuses there, so that's a move action. I think she wants to be out of the way when they start really slinging spells at each other. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. And I am concerned something's coming from the other side of this map to join the fight. It's just, yeah. That's it for her.
Okay. Castigation. Arthur, you can hear muttering in a strange, otherworldly language, a language that you've encountered numerous times, an extraplanar language. The language of the, you call it the void, even. You're not sure. Do you have Aklo on your? I know we have. We've never really identified which languages we have specifically. We've encountered Aklo several times.
Yeah, I've had a floating one at the moment that was kind of filled with nothing. That could have been filled with Aklo.
Okay, because that's kind of one that I think Slads would speak Aklo, that kind of stuff. You've encountered it. Creatures that are summonable.
Yeah, that's the language of like dark fae and like aberrations, right?
Yeah, exactly. From strange realms such as this, when they get pulled in on summons. It's babbling. It's not enough to wake you, master. Arthur, your bleed continues. It doesn't siphon it, though.
Yeah. Any form of magical healing.
Yep,
like,
stops
removes
that
bleed, right?
instantly. Yep.
Yeah, Arthur is basically like he presses like a palm to his neck as that like necrotic energy radiates through him. Is gonna do an inflict light wounds on himself
Okay, I'll take the bleed
as he
effect off.
as he takes in what this creature says, and it interests him.
Okay, nicely done.
Smile at the thought.
Let's see here. I didn't roll a save for it, did I? No, I
No, you did
didn't.
not. I just realized.
I was intending on it, but I wanted to give you some info first before I did.
Because if it does save, that changes what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I think it needs a 20, so it's a 1 in. It's a 5%er. It's got a puncher's chance. He failed.
The tree seems like it's being dealt with. Arthur doesn't need to move very far. He'll stay where he is and watch this creature babble.
Okay. Obscure.
Damn it, where the hell's she going? 5'10". Is it reasonable for him to switch to his bow while running to that position?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think he can do anything miraculous to this tree by shooting it with a crossbow. Longbow. He's got a composite longbow. But if he does something, it's something contributing.
He could stick it to it.
Yeah.
But
He goes, take that, you evil tree. The last tree hit me. I didn't like that.
I think that's a... Oh, I was going to say I thought it was a hit.
It says it's a miss,
It's a
but it was
miss.
only a 10, so it's a
see.
huge-ass tree. How did you miss that big-ass target, Skjor?
It's a touch. You know what? Did you have any bonuses, like +1 or anything like that? That's all we take.
It says the composite longbow is +4. Oh,
That's strength.
yeah. I'm checking to make sure he has all the bonuses he can get.
Okay,
The courage, our courage is applied, so yeah.
The arrow ricochets off the bark, the dead bark from the tree.
You hit it sideways. Hit it with the pointy end of the arrow.
Okay, Myra. Steps forward here. And goes to catch another spell at Amberville while looking at Luna, thinking, why are you casting spells at her? She's got a jealous look on her face. And Luna's like, you guys are nuts. And wrong one. Luna stabs Myra. In the belly for 15 points of damage. Which causes Francis to rush over to her and say, oh, my love, you're hurt. Which draws an attack of opportunity from the female cult leader. Just the +6. I rolled a 20. It's a critical hit. She's not exactly a martial. And she slashes out with her sickle as he goes to move to embrace her. And she kind of cuts him on the cheek. And he steps back. It doesn't look like he has any weapons. He kind of staggers back in disbelief. And then Luna assesses the tree. And do you have this, Arthur?
Apologies, can you repeat that?
Luna says, do you have this, Arthur?
The miss? Oh, I have the miss. Do not worry about it.
Okay. So she, Luna is going to try to drive her spear through Myra again. Actually, no. She's going to step back 5 feet. And she's going to say, you guys need to get in the pit together. And Look at Francis, that dexterous bastard. He jumps back, but Myra falls into a 40-foot deep hungry pit. That crushes her. So let's put the hungry pit on there. Just so we know how long it lasts. So 9 rounds. Bakai.
Elle va ici. Elle hota le abre. She attacks, and the hasted attack.
Oh, it's a lot of hitting.
So let's see here. What do we got? You got it.
Hit. Oh, we
Critical.
have a critical hit and a regular hit and a miss.
One miss. Okay, so 2 hits and a critical. All right.
No, 1 hit and a critical.
Well, okay. Actually, that looks like it did the critical
That's the critical.
first, and then
Okay.
the regular.
Crushes the tree. Tree crumbles to the ground.
Très bien.
Sacre bleu. Okay. And the mist dissipates.
Oh, and said, okay.
Said.
All right, so I'm going to come forward a bit and aim at that sucker
All
and
right.
see what acid does to it.
All right.
We'll never know. Oh, it hit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Geez. Oh, okay. I saw the 4 and I just figured, Okay, so it absorbed the acid. Got it.
Okay. Asami.
Oh. They're handled. Oh, the tree went splat.
Anybody have knowledge dungeoneering?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a knowledge dungeoneering on this mist. Put a name to it. There we go. Now we know what to call it. We'll call it a vampiric mist.
She'll recite what she knows about it through the message so everyone can share
All
that
right.
knowledge.
So it's a CR3, so 13. So you know 3 things extra on top of what it is. You know that it's incorporeal and amorphous at the same time. What else would you like to know? 3 things.
Does it have any kind of damage reduction or resistances?
It does. It has damage reduction of 5 magic. And resistances. Nothing specific, so I can give you another. Well, obviously, you see that it can take a misty form, so I'll give you that one for free. 2 more things. You've already seen it like draining blood.
Right.
I can tell you what it does, what the draining blood does.
Well, Arthur could tell you too.
Yeah.
I guess I'll need to know that so that everyone now knows without having to be bitten by it.
Okay. Yeah, it's it causes bleed, and if the creature's able to latch on, it can siphon the blood, and you take con damage.
Oh yeah. So okay. So apparently it didn't latch on Arthur, it just
No,
bit him.
It just caused the bleed. Last thing.
I think we know the answer to this, but she may not have seen it happen, and that is intelligence level enough to communicate and understand languages.
Yeah.
Arthur did that.
I'll give you that one for free because you can
Yeah.
hear Arthur talking to it, kind of thing.
Right. So that's confirmed
Yeah.
versus guesswork for everybody.
So I'll give you one other thing. You guys always ask for this thing, and creatures never have it. But this one has it.
Weaknesses?
Yeah.
There you go. It's got a weakness.
Oh, I thought I kind of. Okay, I got
yeah. It's got a vulnerability to fire.
it. Okay, I don't have a fire attack, so she'll say that. Hey, I think it's vulnerable to fire, but
Dude, his head snaps around.
yeah, we will see how vulnerable it is to being told it's kind of worthless and pathetic, and it's this poor excuse for its kind.
Ah,
But in Pig Latin,
pig aclo.
yeah. Well, she doesn't understand Akla, so
No.
yeah,
Arthur will translate.
yeah. I think I just clicked for the range touch.
Yep.
It changed the color. Okay, there we go. Of course.
That's still a hit.
Still, I'll take it. So it's 2 words she can do.
Oh, that's a bad one.
That one's definitely.
That one stung.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's enough.
I did 3 because I didn't mark off the one when I gave everybody the buff. So
That's okay. Yeah, that's that causes the creature to kind of discorporate and sink down, into the
actually,
turf.
she actually acts surprised. I killed it. I hurt its feelings to death.
I'm not going to tell you what it's CR. You can go on thinking you did a big thing there.
I thought you said 3. Yeah, I
Yeah.
expected it to be higher with where we're at.
It had a bunch of extra hit points from when it was draining Myra, so that's what it was absorbing.
She just assumed whatever Arthur was doing already hurt it, so it was just like finishing it off.
Still, that's 43 points of damage. Is nothing to sneeze at, my friend. Nicely done, Arthur.
Well, now that trash has been dealt with, Arthur probably spots the scuffle going down to the south.
Yeah, you can see the hungry pit kind of opening and closing, and Amberville's kind of like staggering back away from it. He doesn't look like a threat to anybody at this point. The tree has kind of collapsed down. It's kind of just laying there in a heap, and it doesn't look so big anymore. Now it just kind of looks like a 15-foot log that's like 3 or 4 feet wide. The hole itself, though, looks interesting. It's more like a depression next to a pond like that, and then there's kind of like muddy water underneath a layer of turf, but there's definitely something underneath that turf and algae.
Yeah, it's best for Arthur to gather the rest of his party before we can really explore down there. Doesn't really have a shovel or anything. So for now, since the pit's not going anywhere, we'll go meander his way over towards Francis.
Okay.
That'd be 30, so... Actually, no, hold on. I have a 60-foot because I still have haste, do I not? I do. Hold on. Make that 35. 50. 60.
Give me one more perception check as you go around that hole. 25 is the number you need. Okay, you got a 30.
It turns out the hole will get up and go somewhere else.
No, so as you're kind of walking, or you faster than walking because you're hasted, you go around, and then you get at an angle now that it looks like there's a finger sticking up out of the turf.
Where exactly?
In that hole. It looks like a finger, like an index finger, maybe sticking up out of the turf. You just.
Is it moving at all? Like, is it twitching, or is it completely lifeless?
No, it looks like pale gray color.
No, he must know. He must see it. He must see further. He'll He'll cancel some of his movements so we can take a better look.
Okay.
The others probably have Francis. They'll do whatever they want to do with him.
Secure.
I'll just run up there and be like, what are you doing? Trying to kill yourself? Does this hole seem like it's closing or just kind of sitting
No.
there? Or...
It's just kind of sitting there.
Hey, Musclehead, you have a shovel?
No, do you?
You want to buy one?
He's done. There's nothing else to shoot, so he'll put his bow away and rely back on his axe.
Lombroso dies. An ignominious death. Just like in her life. Amberville now. Freed from the compulsion. Staggers back from the pit, not wanting to end his turn. And he's kind of clutching his cheek. And he's looking around, kind of confused. But he does recognize Luna, and he sort of nods his head, and he kind of faces the pond a little bit now, turns his back on Luna, faces the pond, looks over, sees that the tree's dead. The tree's down and out of the way. Luna says, "You all right, buddy?" And Amberville kind of turns back and nods, yes, I'll be okay. And then he starts muttering in another tongue, a tongue that you don't understand. So
I recommend one if you question the fool.
yeah, Bakai starts walking and says, "That's not my area of expertise. I'm a wizard."
Okay. Right. I said wizard.
No, I meant Luna. Luna says that as she kind of walks over. "That's not my area of expertise. I'm a wizard."
All right. Guy flies over to his bag, grabs the wine, says, "This is mine now."
That's fine. There's plenty where that came from.
She smiles.
What these circles, the 5 foot and the 10 foot, what's the difference?
The 5 foot was the vampiric mist, so let's get rid of that. The 10 foot is the actual circle beside the pond. Was that there? I think it was right there, right? Okay, so that is the hollow beneath the willow tree. And drops down about 2 feet till it gets to the turfy part. And you can definitely see there's some water under the turf. You can definitely see that there's now that Arthur points it out, there's a finger sticking up out of the turf. It looks like there's stuff below the turf. It's almost like a carpet of turf.
Hmm. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I can move forward a little bit and use detect magic to see if it's emanating anything that would be
Absolutely.
of interest magically.
Okay, so right away, there's an aura that's pretty powerful. Not the most powerful thing you've ever seen. Probably, without getting into identifies and stuff like that right now, maybe 1 or 2 steps up from the most powerful magic that Arthur or Luna wield.
Yeah, well, it's 3 stages and it's rounds. So
Yeah.
right now she sees the presence of magic, and it's a strong aura, but
Yeah.
she can't identify the details for 2, then 3 more rounds.
Exactly, but it's definitely got her attention, and it's one aura, and it looks like it takes up the better part of this area, and it looks like it's coming from underneath the carpet of turf.
She's going to share that information with the group through message. Hey, there's a strong aura of magic coming to me from this hole.
Is there a limit on? It's 60 feet, right?
That's why I moved forward a little bit, but yeah, there is a limit for how far it can be seen. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
also blocked by 3 feet of dirt, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I figured if it's an open hole, she'll see more. But if it gets beyond either her direct line of sight or underneath things that could block it, then that's where it'll end.
Okay. So that's what she spotted.
Okay.
Arthur. Technically, we're not in combat anymore.
Yeah, Arthur's not really equipped to actually dig that out right now. He's gonna have to rely on his stronger companions.
It
What
looks,
he can do.
Arthur. It looks like I don't know if you've ever like resodded a lawn, but you can dig it up in like long strips. That's almost like a carpet, and it almost looks like that's what this is. But instead of like long 2-foot wide strips, it's almost like the better part of the dimensions of this hole. So it's almost like a big, heavy, wet, dirty carpet of sod and algae and whatever other detritus wound up in here.
Well, Arthur would much rather not get himself dirty. He's deeply interested. He was considering using message to speak to Francis, but no, he'll wait.
Okay.
He'll help himself down there and draw his dagger. He's gonna start
Okay.
getting to work peeling this body out more or less, trying to peel
Okay.
the sod away.
So it's basically lifting up the sod,
Yeah,
kind of pushing it
let's grab
back,
whatever
sort
he
of.
can.
Yeah. So you kind of grab an edge and kind of like lift it up. It's heavy. One of the hardest work things I ever did in my life, because I'm not a hard working kind of guy, was I resodded the back lawn at my mom and dad's house, and it was left outside overnight in a rainstorm, and it was so heavy. So this big carpet in this, so when you get down in the pool, it's because it is a pool, so now you're up to your probably a little past your knees in muddy water, but once you go down past that, you can feel something of like a stone underneath.
You had better be worth this.
And you sort of begin lifting that carpet up. I'm going to get a strength check from Arthur.
A strength check? You sure you don't mean anything else?
A charisma check. Okay, so
Yeah, that's as bad as it get, really.
So Arthur goes to lift it, and he kind of loses his footing a little bit, kind of slips down. Now he's ass deep in the mucky water. You can feel something with your feet, not just the stone below, but something like biologic. It's not moving, but it feels like something, whether it's like a tree or maybe the rest of this body that's attached to this finger. You can feel it with your feet.
I imagine that was his action.
Yeah.
His movement to get down to do all that.
Yep. Skewer.
I'll move forward and help.
Okay.
The physical part of it. Strength check.
Yes, please. Okay, so Skewer gets down in the hole, grabs this, let's call it like a carpet of sod, and peels it back. And there is so basically you're now in like a pool of water that's about 2.5 feet deep, and it's muddy and it's algae, and beneath the water, it's almost like a stone plug of sorts, and there's a body in here. The body is in two pieces. The head is near Arthur, and the feet and the torso and like the rest of it it's kind of obscure. Then the head has been deliberately severed, and you can see that there is a stake in the heart of the body. And Arthur, now that you can see the head, it's Popoff, the sorcerer who tried to help Lord Denal at the beginning of the very night that you guys met way back when. You now live in his house, and his head's just kind of floating there looking up at you.
Yeah, the one who also helped me with my first step.
He's you can make a knowledge religion check now.
Yeah, because I do remember when I first had my
Yes.
initial change. I saw a visage of him during that.
Okay, so you can kind of guess that however he got here, measures were taken to make sure that he didn't rise again as a vampire. He doesn't have the telltale. I don't know if you're eventually gonna dig around in his mouth and look at his teeth and stuff like that. So you can see that he doesn't have fangs or anything like that, and his body hasn't completely begun to decay yet. So there's probably the hint that if the head was reattached and he was taken out of the water and the stake was removed from his heart, which is kind of keeping the body pinned down to this stone area, that he might be able to rejuvenate himself into a vampire.
Yeah, there is a hideous smile on Arthur's face as he ponders this. Dig him up. Get him out of the water.
Okay.
Kai will take a swig of wine and come over and help with the digging.
All right.
And do not damage it.
So the
No promises.
so the carpet of water has been pulled back. Now this is about 2 feet of water over top of what it's really muddy and algae and stuff like that. And as they're trying to remove, it's all his clothes have been removed, and his skin is kind of like a putrid gray color. He's an old man. He was probably only 35 or 40 years old when he died, but he looked like he was around 70. And he had like just knobby little fingers, almost kind of worn down to stumps from using magic. He had like a bulbous nose, kind of almost like rat-like eyes. He didn't look like he was able to withstand the rigors of sorcery like you guys are. You guys are doing pretty good. It looked like it was taking a toll on him. As Bakai kind of gets in there and kind of shifts the body and helps lift him out, the stake is such that you have to lift him off of the stake to get him out of because the stake is attached firmly into the stone. And it's not a wooden stake. If I said that, I was mistaken. It's like a 2 foot
Pike.
iron pike, meant to keep him secured in this stone.
So why are we unskewering a vampire?
because it could prove very, very valuable to me.
Francis. What did Bakai take? Just the wine? From
If there were any crumpets or anything in there, she would take that. But she
Oh,
just took
okay.
the wine.
all right. So Francis unfurls his carpet bag kind of thing. And as confused as he is by all this, he feels compelled to paint. And he sets up his easel. And Luna's like, this is messed up. What are we looking at here? Gets
This
over.
can't be good. Zed's like, oh, jeez. Is he doing something where he's going to paint some magic into the picture? And he goes to look.
So Luna moves over and she casts detect magic too to help with in case Asami needs a hand on recognizing whatever Arthur's got you guys doing. And she raises an eyebrow at Asami, looking down and seeing the aura that she sees. Bakai.
So Bakai is done digging up.
Yep.
Vampires. She looks at Asami and looks at this thing.
Are you gonna
Throws
lift,
a
is
look down.
Bakai gonna lift him off the spike?
Oh, she'll lift him off, plop him on the ground,
Okay.
turn and walk away.
Okay. So his lifeless body's just there. It's like the body of like a 70-year-old man that's been laying in water for. It doesn't look like as long as it actually would have been. The dream realm is kind of protected the decay, so to speak.
I knows Asami plays, or not Asami. Where's your character? I don't see it on the board.
Who's that? Arthur?
Yeah, Arthur knows that. Oh, there's Arthur. Okay,
Yeah, Arthur's in the hole.
he dumps it out for Arthur. Knows that Arthur plays with some really weird stuff that she doesn't approve of.
Arthur's gonna do a Yorick thing. do his little Hamlet soliloquy here. Alas, poor Popoff. I knew him well.
His head popped off.
It did.
All right, and then Zed goes over to see what the hell he's painting.
Okay. He hasn't started. He's just getting set up.
Then Zed's going to pester him. What are you going to be doing? What are you painting? And he casts detect magic on his paints and his
Okay.
equipment.
All right. So you get an aura. Let's see. Maybe more than one. For sure, one. And it doesn't seem overly powerful. Let me just double check here. I think it's just one. Yes. Just one aura. It's not overwhelming. It's probably like an introductory magic. And we can go we can get out of initiative now and everybody can just act. So I'm assuming Asami and Luna.
Asami will continue the 3 rounds
Yeah.
to study the full whatever she can gain.
Yep. So let's get a spellcraft.
Okay. Let's get that happening here. Where's your spellcraft? Come on, roll it. There we go. Yay.
Okay. And let's do one for Luna too. Just seconds behind you, the same idea. Spellcraft. She's watching you, watching the look of recognition as she understands what this is. And Arthur and Skjor, the water is definitely preventing something from occurring. but it starts to lower a little bit now. Like it's you've noticed that it's dropped about, say, 4 inches of 2 feet, and a fine mist has begun to form. The water doesn't feel heated like it's evaporating. It feels like maybe it's converting to a mist somehow. Asami, you've got strong conjuration magic.
She'll say that through the message to basically Luna will confirm that with those rolls. But yeah, making sure we're seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
I imagine Score is continuing to help unearth this body unless he's told to stop.
Yeah, the body's out. The body's laying, like, say, I don't know, wherever Arthur wants to put it, outside of the hole.
Yeah.
Arthur, you can have the head or do whatever you want with the head.
He doesn't really want to be in the mist, so if he
Yeah.
has a chance to get out, he will do that. If not, I
He
understand.
does. He absolutely does. Same with Arthur.
Arthur will clutch the head and dig himself out of the ditch here to wherever the body is.
Okay, let's give a strength check. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You're out. You kind of maybe not as gracefully get out of the slippery wet as the barbarian does, but you make your way out. The water's not slowly, because it's going down about 4 inches every round. So 20 it'll be probably in about a half a minute. It will have completely dissipated into just this mist that's forming. Your spellcraft check, Asami and Luna. This is a gate to another realm.
Fascinating.
While you research that, I got to get my kid to bed. I'll
Sure
be
thing.
back in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, Arthur will plant the head. He'll plant the head roughly where the stump should go, like on the body, and he'll start cleaning it a little bit with prestidigitation,
Okay.
because you can clean objects with it, or at least portions of objects.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's probably take a little bit of time for it to.
Arthur's cleaning the body before he cleans himself, so you know he's focused on something.
Okay. All right. And Luna and Asami are essentially watching a gate open. Amberville is just setting up his easel. Zed's watching. I should wait for Zed to come back. The painting, the picture itself that he's about to paint is the magical aura that Zed sees, like the actual canvas itself. And Bakai's over there. So Bakai walks around. And she can see that there's writing on the back of the canvas. You guys ever paint? You guys ever buy like a canvas from like an art supply store? They come on they come on a frame, and then usually they have like a paper backing. The paper backing has the writing on it.
Okay.
And these are the same kind of canvases that Amberville had painted previous, but they dried, and he was able to remove them from the frame and then roll them up. These are the ones that he was showing you in the Red Oliphant. These paintings, which got Colville, and you get the impression that Colville knew him for his time in this realm. They seem pretty friendly, and you got the impression that Amberville had made this discovery of this place probably fairly recently, and he seemed fairly obsessed with it.
I have a dumb question that might be answered through simplicity, and it might result from me missing last session. We are still in the nightmare realm,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So here's the question. We don't know. Popoff died in the real realm.
yeah.
And now here's the dead Popoff. If he's, through his vampirism, is able to return, is he trapped in the nightmare realm? Is he the same Popoff that we knew from the other realm?
You don't know. And you don't know if this
Yeah.
is like a representation of... You got the vibe from Lord Denal. He didn't come right out and say it, but you got the vibe that Rackernash hid the body. So
This is
that
well hidden. Yeah.
so that the Sorcerers Guild wouldn't find out that he was dead trying to help out Denal with sorceress things that he wasn't supposed to be messing with. Because Denal is not a guild member of the Sorcerers Guild. But you got the vibe that Popoff was teaching him sorceress things. Uh, there was a patron relationship there where one was paying the other for his knowledge, and then when Maria killed him, Denal wouldn't be able to explain the death without entangling himself deeply with the Sorcerers Guild. So he had Rackernash hide the body. If this is like a representation of that, whether you're kind of subconsciously knew this and you're conjuring up this scene, or whether you are just stumbling on the place in real Lankhmar where Rackernash actually hid the body, or whether this is something else going on, is you don't really know. What's apparent is Amberville is just like, hey guys, not really too worried about any of you being here. I just feel the need to paint this scene, and there is a gate opening up to another place, and a vampire that's probably a little bit away from regenerating back together.
Mm-hmm. Can we see through the gate on the other side?
Yeah, it's so once all the water drains, there is a stone. It's almost like a stone platform of sorts. And you can see against the wall of the mud, the muddy wall of the hole, because it's down about 4 feet or so, 3 feet, 4 feet. You can see it kind of, it looks like a dark forest in the in the wall, and it's kind of like it's very misty, but it's pretty apparent that you guys could probably step through. So Bakai begins just looking at the back of Amberville's painting, and she just, I'm assuming she can read. I should maybe wait for Zed. I would think so. She's she's not a moron. She's just like childlike reading the words that's on the back of the painting, and she's kind of like sing-song saying it. To those who wish to be free, the ruins of an enchanted sword, a viper mirror, the ring of Ibon, she shouts out. Someone else named Amberville. That's your name. And she starts laughing, and she's powering down the wine.
This Bakai?
Yeah, she's reading the back of. You detected magic on his art canvas, like you suspected, and the frame itself. There's a paper backing to it, and on the paper backing there are words. And Bakai wandered around, and was like looking at the words, and she's just reading random words that she sees on there, and she's throwing back wine. And
I heard ring of Ebba.
yeah, so she like kind of sing song said, "To those who wish to be free," and then she said, "Enchanted sword," and "Viper circled mirror," "The ring of Ibon," and then she says, "Amberville, that's your name."
He got a ring on him?
He does not.
I'm gonna look at his pack.
Does Popov's body have a ring on it?
It does not.
Does he do anything when Bakai's singing?
This
Other
is
than-
this is Popov. In
American
case you
voice.
don't remember what he looked like.
Okay.
That's him fully clothed. Now imagine him nude and laying.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
No.
yeah, very Gargamel.
Yeah.
No.
Very Gargamel. He's only about 5'4". He's all hunched over like that. And his naughty fingers. Knotty, not Naughty.
Yeah. Only 2 inches shorter than Arthur is.
Yeah, but he looks a lot shorter just the way he's hunched. Yeah, so Bakai's reading these the back of this painting while Amberville's just kind of getting himself situated. Setting up
He's
his.
not responding at all.
Oh, he is. He's. Yes, it's good. It's good to see you. Yes, it's a nice day here. Yes, a little misty, but yes.
All right, so make note of those items. Would you say a sword, a ring?
Okay, yeah, that's what she said. You can go around back and read what she's reading if you want.
No, I'm going to watch him.
Okay. All right. And meanwhile, Luna and Asami are watching a gate form to another place. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. Meanwhile, Arthur's watching a vampire recorporate very slowly. It probably take about 10 or 15 minutes, Arthur. It is.
Yeah, once.
It's the
Yeah, once.
the nightmare realm is such that it's not night and it's not day. So, and he doesn't have his own grave to completely get himself back together. But it's apparent that with a little TLC, you could probably speed the process along a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the body of Myra. Arthur would say, "Has the woman died?"
Oh, she's mashed to a pulp. She's been in a hungry pit for 10 rounds after being unconscious.
That's bad.
Mm,
Yeah, she gets spit up, and she's basically like chewed up gristle.
Bring me whatever intact pieces of her remain.
Lunas looks at you and says, "Go get it yourself, you freak. I'm not touching that."
Very well. Arthur will head on over there and he'll dig through the
You shouldn't play with dead things, Arthur.
He'll find whatever seems like the most intact and least exsanguinated piece he can find.
Maybe your thigh. Thigh might have held together a little bit.
Yeah.
You have Amberville
He'll-
sitting there if you want a fresh body. He's begun the wash of the painting, where he's kind of like covering the art in kind of like a grayish blue background.
Arthur's
upper
already
portion.
stepping on some toes. I don't think you should sacrifice him. I feel like that might go a little too far. The party might not like that.
I don't care. It's a dream world. Do what you want.
I'll at least let him finish. I'll go get the thigh bone.
Okay. Yeah, there's still some blood left, probably.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and try to slit any arteries in there he can with his dagger and try to see if
Okay.
he can't feed it.
Okay.
Guy swigs faster.
Yeah. Yeah, Picard's getting quite drunk. Do you want her to read the whole thing, or do you want her like?
No,
Yeah.
There's words that she's not sure what they are. I don't know how good of a
She'll
reader.
sound him out.
Yeah. Okay. So the whole, I'll just
She speaks my languages, so
yeah.
um,
This is in common.
Okay.
She sounds it all out. To those who wish to be free, the ruins of Solaire, the enchanted sword of Solaire, Sephora, Malachi, Vion, the viper-circled mirror, thrice damned Athair, Gaspard du Nord, Perigon, the ring of Ibon, Luc le Chaudenaire, Abbot Théophile, Les Éboues, an elixir of time travel, Mère Antoinette, Ximes, an elixir of time travel, Bishop Azedarac, Jérôme Mauvasoir, Vion, an elixir of time travel, thrice damned Athair, Gaspard du Nord. Summon the sleeping prince Etienne in his timeless chateau d'Amberville. Only his waking can clear the mists that shroud Averoigne.
yeah, it looks like we're off to Quebec.
Tabernacle!
Although Aberville, I think, is in France.
Yeah.
Amberville.
Averoigne in it's kind of analogous to, I think it's Aveyron, which is south central France.
Aberville?
I think so.
That was north. All right. Well, whatever.
I found an interesting piece when deciding whether to put this one in play or not. Shall I read it out to you?
Sure.
Okay. So this is a letter from H.P. Lovecraft to Fritz Lieber, oddly enough.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a
I did
1930s.
not know they were contemporary. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what got all this together. Like, Lovecraft and Lieber were pen pals, and then Lieber knew Clark Ashton Smith because I think they're both Californians, and he had kind of like a fanboy sort of relationship with Smith, and they corresponded and stuff like that. That's why a lot of things in Lankhmar have kind of like subtle Cthulhu mythos overtones to it, although you don't get much of that in the stories. But you'll see like there'll be a mountain range called the Bones of the Old Ones, shit like that, just little things tossed in. So this is a letter from 1937 from Lovecraft to Lieber, probably in response to Lieber's first contacting Lovecraft. And then Lovecraft liked to call Clark Ashton Smith, he used to call them like a high priest called Clark Ashton, high priest of Sathagwa. Likewise has two very well coordinated mythical worlds, the Hyperborea of the fabulous past and the Zothique of the infinite future, both of which I've kind of weaved into Lankhmar in their own kind of strange little ways. In addition to his enchanted medieval French world of Averoigne, which latter is a sort of European Arkham country of 800 years ago. I have helped Clark Ashton Smith give Averoigne a pseudo-history extending back to Gallic days, when the Averones trickled in from the sunken western land, and then blah, blah, blah. This dark people set up the worship of Sathagwa, which is also named Sadaki or Sodakwa, in the region where they settled, so that by the Gallo-Roman period, the region Avernum or Avernoronium was feared as the abode of a black and unearthly sorcery. Especially dreaded were the towns of Simesis, I guess it's kind of a Latin word, which is Zims, and Avonium or Yvonne, where certain cults obscurely flourished. Timid references to the Averones in Avernia occur in certain unknown Gallo-Roman authors such as blah, blah, blah. I don't know if these guys are real or not, or if he's just Lovecraft making up stuff. And then he gets down into...
What Roman authors? I used to read a lot of them.
Okay, so it is Flavius Alesius.
I don't know, but Flavius is obviously anyway.
Yeah. Then he gets down into Merovingian and Carlovingian legends hold dark allusions to the Averones. By the 11th century, the Catholic hierarchy of Averoin was thoroughly tainted with diabolism. For accounts of medieval conditions in the shadowy land, Clark Ashton Smith is a better authority than I. As you know, a Gaspard du Nord's translation for the Liber Ivonis, whether for the corrupt Latin text or from the accursed Hyperborean original, we cannot account to be sure, and that's the Book of Ibon. His accomplishments were dark and obscure. Into medieval France, into the 12th century, brought about frightful consequences. The popular diffusion of certain rites and incantations, causing Averoin to receive that shadow of concentrated necromancy from which it has never quite emerged. H.P. Lovecraft, Fritz Lieber Jr., 25th Jan, 1937. Letters that they were sending each other talking about all this shit 100 years ago.
As Europe was going to hell.
As Europe was going to hell, and we're sitting playing role-playing games as Europe's probably about to go to hell again.
Okay, moving past that.
So that was kind of neat. So long and short, there's a gate to Averoin available to you right here. You're not sure how long it's going to last for. And there's a person, whether dreaming or tangibly here from there, sitting painting.
So he's from there.
He's from there.
Okay.
He's an amber.
I don't know. He's not regurgitating or whatever. Reanimating vampire.
Yeah, reanimating vampire. That's just
he's from Lankhmar.
He's from Lankhmar.
We're in the dream world. So.
Yeah.
So we've gone to another plane, the dream world.
Yes.
And we have the ability to go to another plane from the plane.
Yes.
So if we wake up in the other world, where do we wake up?
Exactly.
Okay.
You have to decide. And you guys understand this intrinsically as characters.
All right. Well, I think that Arthur's waiting for a new friend to show up. So we're going to continue to watch Francis do his stuff, and I'm going to continue to monitor the easel to see if it gets more magical.
No, it's not. Now that you've concentrated on it, it's like a mild illusionary effect. I think that there might be something else written on the back of the paper that Bakai can't see. You're getting like an illusionary script vibe now that you've done your spellcraft.
We'll swap sides, and Bakai will start giving suggestions to him.
Okay.
Why don't you put a bird here? This would be a good place for a bird.
And the with your detect magic. With your detect magic.
Paintings without people.
You see the through the gates of the silver key, the words at the bottom of that you can see now. Through the gates of the silver key radiate magic, illusionary script.
Through the gates of the silver key. I don't know what that means. Is there something of the gate that's up there that has a silver?
No, you don't see any silver to it at all, or nobody has. I mean, you guys have the Clavis Somnus, which is a silver key, sort of. It's mithril.
Where'd we get that?
You got that from. That was the key that opened the Book of Ibon. No, that wasn't. Arthur's got that. That was the key that Frau Serini stole from Esdegor with the.
Is that the key that opens up anything once in a blue moon?
No, that's the one Arthur has. That's the. This is the key that allows you guys to go into the dream world. That goes with the Paginarium Lethargica.
All right. Well, we'll watch him while Arthur plays with his new friend.
Sure.
We can free to do it. We're not bound by initiative.
Nope. You can do whatever you want.
I think Osami will go with the group and check out the painting.
Okay.
Scores like
Yeah. Luna walks away. It's getting creepy over here.
you have crayon.
His hobbies and his pets. I don't know.
She says this. Those sound like magic items. She says to Zed.
Oh, I'm sure they are. It's just, and a lot of them are this one guy. Gaspar, is that who? Yeah, Gaspar is listed twice. And the thrice damned. Why would you damn somebody 3 times? Anyway,
I know that's a lot of damage.
Nathair.
Nathair.
So anyway, we'll scribble it onto a parchment so we have this.
Yeah, you can. You can definitely do that. All right. So Amberville's. He's got the background. He's got the foreground. He's got everything. It probably takes him about 45 minutes. By that time, Arthur. That's Popoff coughing up a holy wafer that is intentionally put in his mouth.
Yeah, Arthur will go ahead and fish that out for him.
Okay. So you have naked Popoff laying before you, and his head has regenerated back to his body. Give us a knowledge religion check. How much you know about vampires and their powers?
I would hope a lot, but let's see what the dice say.
That's awesome, right? Let's paint a few happy trees.
I expected it to be Bob Ross, but the
Yeah.
image it came up with was Deadpool. I thought that was even funny.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, the dice does not want me to know.
That's okay. So this is Popoff rising as a vampire for the first time. Because you were in the room in the basement while his corpse was there in Denal's house. That was the first night that you guys met. You actually saw his dead body drained by Myra or Maria. You imagine that if he was to rise as a vampire, he probably would have done it either that night or the next night. So whoever did these things to try to prevent him from rising as a vampire have kind of forestalled the process until now. So you're witnessing right now the birth of a free-willed vampire. Popoff naked, confused, probably thrumming with power, back to life. You don't know if he has his spells, doesn't have his spells. You saw him in the dream world, in his house. Whether that was just your subconscious, whether you knew you were coming to here at some point. How would you know this? Are you able to see into the future? He tries to sit up. Who are you?
You did not remember the dreams, do you?
What dreams?
We had met in your old home.
My old home. What do you mean, my old home?
You've been incapacitated for a very long time. About several months now.
It's probably about half a year now, actually, when it comes right down to it.
I couldn't remember out of character. So.
Yeah, so
it's-
it was like, yeah, it was. You're looking at like going on like 6 months now. What happened? Where are we? Feels like the marsh.
It is, but it isn't. This land is a land of potential. A land where dreams and nightmares come true.
He looks confused.
A land where creatures like you come back.
It's America.
How do you feel? Do you feel?
I'm not sore. I used to be sore all the time. My bones would ache to the point where I wanted to cry.
And they do not.
The only thing that kept me going was knowing that I could control forces that normal men could not. Now
Tis the life of a sorcerer, is it not? From one to another, I respect your craft deeply.
You're of the guild? The Brotherhood?
I am now. I came into the Brotherhood sometime after your incapacitation.
Where are we? Explain this to me further. I'm confused.
Yeah, Arthur will explain.
Where are my clothes?
That I do not know.
You're not doing anything to my body, are you? What is this?
Of course not. Of course not, good sir. I would never do such a thing.
Because a naked 70-year-old man would give you nothing but an erection.
Yeah, Arthur will explain as best he can the general situation he's finding himself in.
Okay, let's give a diplomacy check.
All right.
If that's,
Arthur's pretty decent at those.
I get the vibe that you're going on a more of a friendly kind of, not a threatening kind of.
Yeah, he doesn't want to intimidate him.
Okay. Let me see if he's got.
Just convince him that Arthur's a friend of his.
Okay. And he doesn't have anything. So you're going to try to explain the Nightmare Realm to him?
Yeah, he'll roughly explain the Nightmare Realm.
Okay. All right. He realizes this. He says, so, am I dead?
Yes and no. It depends on your definition of dead.
I understand
You are
that
moving.
there are various aspects. I used to dabble in necromancy.
Do you feel it thrumming within you? Because I must tell you that you are not exactly powered by life anymore.
I see. I was going back, the last thing I remember, I was hiding in Denal's basement. I was going to spring a trap on that creature that was masquerading as his mother.
Yes. That woman, that creature, she was a vampire. And, well, she had claimed you. And your transformation has been postponed until just now.
So this transformation gives me life.
As well as untold strength, I would imagine.
He stands up now, and yeah, you guys might want to get him some pants or something. It's kind of gross, but yeah, he stands up and stretches his arms out. His knobby little fingers. He kind of. You're right. Who do I owe this to? Your name, sir?
I am Arthur Belair, and it is a great pleasure to meet you once again. Even if it is in a very strange situation. I must say, I'm also quite envious of you. Not for all this necessarily, like points like the grave, points like the area, but for what you become.
Let's see. So what he does, Arthur, he begins casting a spell. You can make a spellcraft check. I'm going to put him on the
Yeah,
map. He's probably like laying right here. Something like
Yeah,
that.
Arthur will not act quite yet, but he will try to identify that.
Yeah. Okay, so he is going to shroud himself in shadows to kind of cover his nakedness. Despite being undead and potentially omniscient, he does feel shame that he's standing here naked in front of essentially a young boy who's brought him back from the dead. So he's trying to cover up his nakedness with a shroud of shadows. So he summons the shadows around him, and you can't see his goodies anymore. But you can still see him. Like he's quite there.
I know his square, yeah.
Yeah. The spell is called where is it? Protective Penumbra. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not.
Oh, I'm very familiar.
Okay.
Second level, I believe, illusion?
Yeah, exactly.
A shadow illusion, I believe.
It's an evocation darkness spell.
Oh, evocation darkness, that's what it was.
Yep. But he's kind of controlling it such that you can see his face and his hands and his, but he wants to cover his junk. What is the, and we can get into this whole role play over the course of the next couple weeks, Arthur. What is your end game with Pop-Off? Just want to.
Yeah, it's
Bring
not
him
exactly a secret that Arthur does want to attain that form of unlife, but he'd rather not be.
Yeah, do it in front of
bound
his
if he can
friends.
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, not do it in front of his friends. Also, not be bound. Also, not be a spawn. Spawn are pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay.
He mostly wants to get into Popov's good graces and see what he can get.
Okay. All right. So Pop-Off now is like because Maria is dead and the creature that spawned Maria is not of this realm and really has no control over Pop-Off. He is basically an unfettered vampire who's now dwells ostensibly in this realm as a native for as long as you guys keep this realm together. What he's going to do is completely different. You don't know. But
Probably has something nefarious in mind.
you don't know what his personality was in the real world. Like he might have been fairly evil, but he also might have been evil to the point where he was just worried about himself more than anybody else. He could have also been evil to the point where he was planning on killing Denal and taking his stuff, but you don't get that vibe because they had like a several-year relationship where he taught Denal sorcery, and he wasn't supposed to. He did it for money, and he kept that from the guild. Amberville finishes the painting. The painting is, you can tell he's crazy skilled. He's got like Claude Monet vibes. You know, he's like, this is essentially a masterpiece. And then when he's finished with it, he cleans off his brushes and stuff like that. And he waits for it to dry and he looks around smiling at everyone. This is a strange place, isn't it? This.
Yes.
I don't see the man in the mist anymore. I don't see him around. It feels like whatever was compelling me to Of course, it's the tree is gone. Of course, that's what it is. Whatever was compelling me to capture the essence of it has moved on. I feel like it's out of my system. This painting, though, this might be my greatest work yet.
Look at it.
It's spectacular. It's like it's Louvre worthy in real life. It's impressionistic at the same point that he's capturing different essences of your whole group in just kind of like almost like vague shadows in this kind of weird, strange little meadow that you're in with the pond. You know that figure over there is Bakai, but you can't really make out, like, he hasn't, like, it's more of a Gauguin than the guy that paints the hyper realistic ones, the Dutch guys. It's more like the French impressionist than the Dutch realist. But it's spectacular. It's probably worth a lot of money. And there's a magic note on the back of it.
Okay.
All he has to do, says once it dries, I'm going to take the frame out, and then you can have this as a token of our time together.
Well, I appreciate that.
I do feel, though, I'm going to wake. Perhaps we will see each other once again. And he yawns, and he collects up his bag and the frame, but not the painting. And he vanishes. Vanishes. He doesn't walk over to the gate and walk into it. He vanishes it. Like this might be his dream that you're in right now.
All right.
This meadow.
Well, I think the gate is a good place to go next. But open for the crew.
It's worth exploring. And, curious what's beyond.
Otherwise, I think Arthur and Popoff are going to go on a date, and we don't know what's going to happen. There'll be a lot of necking.
All right. And on that note, it is 10:59. Do you guys want to wait? You know where this place is. You can do other things. You could go now.
Put the experience. I'm kind of curious to see where we stand.
Okay, let's have a look here. We are at...
How long does the gate seem to be stable? Does it seem like it's going to remain open for a while?
Yes. Let's see here. I think that might be...
That kicks us over.
That is barely enough, yeah.
Okay.
I think we should rest the night somewhere, contemplate our new things. Because, as mentioned before, when I level,
Yes.
Bakai becomes a little more permanent.
Aha. Bakai actually, now that you've seen the mists, and Bakai seems like she's individually drawn to the gate. Like you don't have to physically restrain her, but she's curious about it.
Well, I mean, whatever happened here in the dream world, she has severed herself from the Fey world.
Oh, okay.
So, hence the paracosmic that I mentioned before.
Okay. Excellent.
So I will. What it means is she doesn't disappear. There's also some drawbacks,
Yes.
but she becomes kind of a permanent fixture, just like Skewer is a permanent fixture. She becomes one.
Okay, cool. Very cool. It's just a quick. If you do go to Averoin, you still get all your powers. Everything stays the same. The game's not going to change at all. It's just a new land to explore.
We're jumping.
There is one caveat, like you might not be able to jump right back right away.
Yeah, that's why Arthur wants to
Oh,
take a little bit of time if he can.
Yeah.
that's fine. This isn't going away in the next, while
No.
we're searching.
No, this is here.
Yeah.
This is here until
Okay.
the dream bubble pops it. This
All
is
right.
how. This is how Clark Ashton Smith's world and Fritz Lieber's world connect. In my
Okay.
world, my version of it.
I just realized I could fit little spells.
So I look at the map. I'm just trying to think where we're going to go next on the map. I don't know of anywhere else I want to go. We did Rook's Roost, right?
Yeah, Rook's Roost was actually it was the Red Oliphant, which was the action place
that's
where
separate.
yeah. Rook's Roost wasn't really too much there. That was the other side of the gallows field. There was some more deadly deciduous trees, but there wasn't too much else going on.
Can we do Fenwick and Marrow's Carnival of Soul?
Carnival of Souls is kind of that'd be me just doing weird stuff. The spider, the spider is dangerous. The warehouse, which is probably about to pop next. That was going to be my gate for you to go to another Clark Ashton Smith story called The Seven Geshes. There's a place where the Vermees live under Mount Vermeethadreth. I was going to try and do like a whole adventure based on that one story. You guys encountered the Vermees in the warehouse. That was more of a Chautauqua kind of adventure. I like this one better because a lot of the framework is done around for me. So it's kind of neat. And I have a superior Pathfinder conversion of it with spectacular art from a guy named Damon Sly, who did conversions of old adventures. He was on the boards on Paizo. And I don't know if I'm supposed to have this or not, but it's
No.
it's high
recording, right?
it's high end. So yeah, so we'll be basing. I don't have to do a whole lot of conversions. I just have to bring it into and then fit the plot a little bit.
Okay.
Castle Amber was a strange adventure. I'm going to try to make a little sense of it. If you guys want to play it.
Yeah. No, we're open.
Could be interesting, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Completely open. I mean, appreciate you running it, so I'm not going to tell you what to run.
Yeah, and I don't want to trap you guys in a place that you don't really want to be either. So it's good we have a little back and forth before we jump into something. Because basically you've gone from Lankhmar into another world. I'll give you a way back eventually. There's always a way back.
We're gonna bring food because we're not doing that.
Yeah, you're not. I'm not trapping you. I'm not trapping you to make you eat giant spiders again.
That was just bad. All right.
Yeah. My illusions no longer require verbal components. How fun.
Oh wow. Okay. Still somatic and
Still somatic, yeah. Material, primary or material.
okay. So I can still grapple you if I need to.
Yeah, it just that doesn't have to say anything. It's good for stealth.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, that was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Also means it can't be gagged, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it. I'm I'm going to leave it obtuse as to what was happening there. But long and short of it is, there's now just like I was going to do the harrowing, which I still can do later on with the gate to Jazzadrune Gate in the Caligaro House. There's another place for you to explore.
Okay.
Do you have any place you might want to go to next week before you jump in this gate, so I can prep it up specifically?
Arthur, you had something in mind?
Nowhere specific. Arthur does want to be with Popov a little bit, try to get into his good books, but as for anywhere else, he can kind of go wherever the party needs to go.
Okay.
Sami, you got anywhere you need to go?
Anywhere you want
We've
to
gone
be.
to a lot of places in town that she would be familiar with. The one place we haven't gone is back to the Fat Chance, and there were some, I was just going to say, interesting areas in that tavern that were worth exploring in the real world. Mysteries and haunted rooms and shit like that.
Yeah. Like the real Last Chance,
Yeah.
because the Last Chance isn't in this world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed it was down the street from the theater, and if the theater was in it, then I would have thought that the
No,
building was there as
it's
well.
just beyond the border.
Okay, gotcha. Never mind then.
In the real world, though, there's still the haunted room, the room that's sealed
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
My thought would be that if it's haunted in the real world, things in this world seem to be connected to what's going on in the real world.
Yeah, definitely.
And so there might be something there worth exploring, but I don't want to push it. If it's not in the realm, then it doesn't count.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is it still there in
I'm down for exploring everywhere here for the best
Yeah.
pops.
Okay, cool. All right.
Good.
We will we'll see you in 2 weeks then.
Okay. I'll need a chance to level up. I can't do it right now. So
Yeah.
sometime into the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For
Alrighty.
sure. All right, guys. Very good.
See
Good
ya.
game.
Yeah, later.